Everything was going well. She was texting you first, laughing at everything you said, making plans, and then nothing. Not a fight, not a reason, just silence. And you're sitting there thinking, what did I do wrong? Stay with me, because the answer is not what you think. And once you understand it, you'll never be blindsided by this again. I need to tell you something that most men find uncomfortable. She didn't pull away because of something you did. She pulled away because of something you showed her. And you didn't even know you were showing it. I know exactly what you did in those final days before she went cold. You got excited. You started texting a little faster, planning a little more, investing a little harder. You thought things were going well, so you leaned in. And that was the moment everything changed. Let me tell you about Daniel. He met a woman at a friend's dinner party. Chemistry was immediate. She gave him her number without him asking. For 2 weeks, perfect. Every text answered within minutes. Every date better than the last. She even introduced him to her friends. Then, one Friday evening, she didn't respond. Saturday, nothing. By Sunday, he'd sent 4 messages, each one more casual than the last, trying to seem like he wasn't worried. But he was. Monday, she responded. Hey, sorry, been busy. He never got that energy back. 3 weeks later, she told him she wasn't feeling it anymore. He called me that night. I did everything right, he said. I was attentive, I was present, I cared. And I told him the truth. That's exactly what she felt. And it scared her. He went silent. But why would caring scare someone away? That question is what this entire video answers. Here's what nobody explains about attraction. It doesn't behave like logic. Logic says, more investment equals more value, more effort equals more appreciation, more presence equals more connection. Attraction says the exact opposite. Attraction requires uncertainty, not cruelty, not games, not distance, uncertainty. The slight not knowing of whether this person is completely yours yet. The moment she feels she already has you completely, the uncertainty disappears. And when uncertainty disappears, the attraction starts to fade with it. This isn't her fault. This isn't your fault. It's biology. The same mechanism that makes us want what we don't fully have yet and lose interest in what we're completely certain of. You've felt it too. Think about the last time you were completely sure someone liked you before you even tried. Did that make you more excited or less? I want you to stop for a second. Think about the moment in your last relationship or the last situation with a woman where things started going cold. What were you doing in the days before that? Were you pulling back or leaning in? Be honest with yourself. Because I guarantee, for 9 out of 10 men watching this right now, you were leaning in. And that lean wasn't weakness, it was excitement. But she couldn't tell the difference, and neither could you. So why does leaning in trigger the pull away? 3 reasons, and they're all happening at the same time. First, you became predictable. When a man is always available, always responsive, always excited, there's nothing left to discover. Remember what we talked about in a previous video. Mystery is magnetic. The moment she can predict every message, every reaction, every move, the tension that created attraction starts to dissolve. Not because she stopped liking you, because the feeling of wanting to figure you out got replaced by the feeling of already knowing you. And known is comfortable, but comfortable is not attractive. Second, your energy outpaced hers. This one is subtle. Pay attention. Attraction works on a pendulum. When 2 people are equally invested, the pendulum is balanced. When one person invests more than the other, the pendulum swings, and the person who invested less naturally pulls back to rebalance the weight. She didn't consciously decide to go cold. Her nervous system responded to an imbalance and corrected it. The more you leaned in, the further she had to lean back just to feel equilibrium. Third, and this is the one that nobody talks about, you stopped being a challenge, not in a manipulative way, in the primal way. The version of you she was attracted to was the version she was still figuring out, the version she couldn't fully predict. The version that had a life, a direction, a world she wanted to be part of. When you started making her the center of your attention, you removed yourself from that world. And now she wasn't entering your orbit. You were entering hers. And that shift, that invisible shift, changed everything. Let me be honest with you for a second. I've been Daniel. I've been the man who finally felt like something real was happening and responded by giving everything I had before she'd shown me she could hold it. I know what it feels like to watch someone go cold and have no idea why, to replay every conversation looking for the moment you said the wrong thing. But there was no wrong thing. The problem wasn't what I said. It was the energy I was radiating. Desperation, even the quiet kind, even the kind that looks like excitement, she can feel it, and it changes how she sees you. So what do you actually do about this? Not theories, not mindset shifts, concrete moves, starting today. Step 1, match her energy, never exceed it. Whatever she's giving you, match it exactly. She texts once a day, you text once a day. She plans 1 date a week, you plan 1 date a week. She's warm but not intense. You're warm but not intense. This is not playing games. This is maintaining equilibrium. Because the moment you consistently give more than you're receiving, you tip the pendulum, and she corrects it by pulling back. The man who matches energy is the man who never creates that imbalance, and she never has a reason to step back from someone who isn't pushing forward too fast. Step 2. Keep your life full. This is the one that feels obvious, but almost nobody actually does. When things are going well with someone, most men unconsciously start clearing space for them. Canceling things, rearranging priorities, making room. Don't. Keep your gym sessions. Keep your plans with friends. Keep your work projects. Keep everything that made you the man she was attracted to in the first place. Because here's what happens when you maintain a full life. She has to fit into it, not replace it. And a woman who has to fit into your life values her place in it. A woman who becomes your life starts to feel the weight of that. And weight she'll put down. Step 3. Let silence do the work. This is the hardest one. When she goes quiet, your instinct is to fill the silence, check in, send something funny, ask if everything's okay. Don't. Let it sit. For a day, for 2 days if necessary. Not to punish her, not to play games, because silence from a man with a full life communicates something powerful. It says, I'm not worried, I'm not waiting, I have things happening. And that feeling, the feeling that you're not sitting by the phone, is often exactly what breaks the pull away. Because now she's the one wondering. Now she's the one filling in blanks. Now she's the one leaning in. I want to address something before we go further. Some of you are watching this and thinking, but what if she's just not interested? What if the pull away means it's over? Valid question. Here's how you tell the difference. A pull away from someone still interested looks like this. She goes quiet for a few days, then comes back warmer than before. The pattern is irregular, but she returns. A pull away from someone who's done looks like this. Short, flat responses. No initiation, no warmth when she does respond. Consistent downward trend over 2 weeks. One is a test, one is an exit. And the way you respond to both is exactly the same. You don't chase, because chasing the first one turns it into the second one. And walking away from the second one occasionally turns it back into the first. The man who doesn't chase wins either way. So here's where this lands. She pulled away not because you weren't enough, but because in the moment when things felt good, you stopped being the man she was trying to figure out and became the man she already had. That's the shift. And now you know how to prevent it. Match her energy. Keep your life full. Let silence do the work. 3 moves, starting now. Because here's the man you're building. A man who doesn't leak excitement before it's been earned. A man whose life is full enough that no single person can become the center of it overnight. A man who lets silence speak louder than any message ever could. A man she has to lean toward, not a man she has to step back from. And remember Daniel? He called me 6 months after that conversation. Different woman, same early dynamic. But this time, he matched her energy. He kept his life full. And when she went quiet for 3 days around week 4, He let it sit. On day 4, she texted first. Have I done something wrong? You seem different. He smiled. Just busy, he said. Can I see you this week? She asked. That's the shift. Not a technique, not a trick. A man who finally understood that the right woman doesn't need you to chase. She needs you to be worth chasing. Write distance in the comments if you've ever lost someone by caring too much, too soon. Just the word. Distance. I read every single one. And if this hit you somewhere real, share it with a man who's still wondering what went wrong. See you in the next one.